Hey YouTube, it's Ryan from Movies with Ryan, and we're back with a little unboxing video slash pickup video. So I've got an order that came in today from Hamilton Book, and then I've also got all my pickups for about the last 2 weeks to show off. You've seen by the thumbnail, it's a pretty good little stack. So let's get into it and see what I got. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start with my pickups for the last couple weeks, starting with the Blu-rays and DVDs. Now, if you watched my Blu-ray collection video, I've got room left, but at any point I can make some consolidations, I'm going to do it. So this first one, I did have both these movies separate, so I went ahead and picked up this 2-pack, which is Whip It and Juno. This next one I actually did not own, but I found it in the Walmart $5 bin. I do enjoy both these movies. I don't see any reason not to own them. And 2 movies in a 2-pack, not too bad. That's going to be White House Down and Olympus Has Fallen. Next, I think I even mentioned this in the video, the Now You See Me 1 and 2-pack. So I had them individually, got rid of them, and I got this 2-pack. Again, from Walmart, the $5 bin. It was a pretty good deal. Then on to my Mega Replay, I went and picked up a few things. The first one being Flight with Denzel Washington. I did not own this movie, and it does come with slip, as you can see. So I enjoyed this movie. Like I said, I hadn't owned it, so I figured I'd pick it up. Moving on, another Air Force movie, or flight movie, I should say. Air Force One. This was sitting on the shelf. Did not see it in there before. Went ahead and picked it up. I did enjoy this. Of course, the classic line, "Get off my plane." Another Denzel movie, Deja Vu. I don't think I've actually ever seen this, and I know you can get this basically for free from the Disney Movie Club, but I didn't feel like doing that. It was on the shelf for $3.99. I went ahead and picked it up. I know this just got a 4K release. Not really interested in having it in 4K, which I'm sure it probably does look good, but that is Legend, the Ridley Scott, Tom Cruise movie. I believe, what, 1984, maybe? I really don't remember. So moving on. When I was doing my Blu-ray movie video, I thought I had Old School. It's one of my favorite Will Ferrell comedy movies, and for some reason it was not in my stacks at all. So I went ahead and picked this up for $3.99, the Hangover and the Old School. And I do already have the Hangover and the Hangover 2 on Steelbook, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of them because I went ahead and picked up the Hangover Part 2. I don't really care for 3, so I'm not going to own it. But again, Part 2 with the slipcover. And a movie I don't think I've ever seen. I don't know if I've even heard of it, but it says it's from the director of The Fugitive, and that's Chain Reaction with Keanu Reeves and Morgan Freeman. Looked interesting. Something about some scientists. It also has Rachel Weisz in it, so that'll be interesting. Never seen it. Going to put it in the pile to watch. Chain Reaction. Now, a guilty pleasure movie, I would say. Ryan Reynolds, Sandra Bullock, The Proposal. Of course, it's about her trying to get her green card, I believe, because she is Canadian. So she can stay in the U.S., but I like the movie. It's funny. It's Ryan Reynolds, Sandra Bullock. It's got a couple of good supporting cast members in it as well. So I enjoy it. Figured I'd pick it up. Now this next one, finally found it at my Best Buy. There's going to be a kind of a mixture of things here. Sorry. But it's Mads Mikkelsen and Riders of Justice. Originally, about, I don't know, a month ago, I went looking for this when this came out, and it was not in Best Buy. So I was in there the other day to pick up some other stuff, and it was there finally. So I went ahead and picked it up. Moving on, another pickup from my Mega Replay. I've been looking for this with the slip for a while. Slip is a little damaged, but that is fine. And that's Emma Roberts and Dave Franco in Nerve. I really enjoyed this movie. It was different, very colorful, a little bit action driven. But yep, Nerve. I really like that slip too. It's very colorful and shiny. Then moving on to some DVDs. I did find me an out-of-print Bubble Boy, which I've been looking for this for a while. And this is in good shape, surprisingly. No scratches, no nothing. It looks like it was barely even used. Really wish this would get a Blu-ray release. Hopefully one day it will, because who doesn't love some Jake Gyllenhaal in a bubble? And something I actually picked up today, The Ringer. I've been looking for this on Blu-ray. I know it's out of print, hard to find, and expensive. Of course, there's a controversy to this movie. But this is in very, very good shape, too. I was actually surprised. It's got the widescreen and full screen versions on a flip disc. And it's actually scratch-free on both sides. I have found this before, but it's been scratched up on one side or the other. Of course, I'd prefer the widescreen side, so I'm lucky to have found this. So let's move on to my 4Ks and a couple steelbooks I've picked up. Also, in that video I said I was going to hopefully upgrade this to 4K. I found it today at a toy shop that also sells movies. And it's got its slip. This thing's brand new. It was in the price range I wanted to pay for a 4K used. And that's glory. I remember watching the Blu-ray, actually probably DVD a long time ago. I bought the Blu-ray. I haven't watched it since, but I've heard this transfer is just fantastic. And I want to see what this looks like in 4K. So I went ahead and picked it up. And the next three movies, if you follow me on Instagram, Movies at Ryan, or with Ryan, you've seen I posted these. These are my 3 favorite space movies. And I also got these from Mega Replay. I traded a bunch of stuff in and picked these up last week, I believe. First one being Moon with Sam Rockwell. If you have not seen this movie, it is very, very good. I think a lot of people overlooked it. But I'd love to see what it looks like in 4K. It's very kind of dark movie, so I'm really hoping the blacks pop and what lighting they do use in there really pops too. Because it's not a black and white movie, but there are a lot of blacks and a lot of whites in the movie. So hopefully the HDR in this will make it really pop. Moving on, again, Interstellar. Who doesn't love this movie? Probably a lot of people. But I love this movie. Can't go wrong with Christopher Nolan movies as far as I'm concerned. Did not have this on 4K yet. I do have the Steelbook, and I might convert it over to a 4K book, but I don't know yet. But Interstellar. I've heard this looks fantastic as well in 4K. And The Martian, extended edition. Probably my most rewatched movie next to Scott Pilgrim. Anytime this is on TV, I watch it. I've watched it several times. Now I actually get to see it in full definition, high definition. So hopefully it looks really, really good. We got to go save Matt Damon again. Then moving on to some steelbooks. I was actually surprised to find this in Best Buy. And it was only, I believe, $16.99. They had 2 copies, but that is Mandy. So I'll get rid of my Blu-ray that I have of it. And now I got the Steelbook. There's the back. Little death metal looking design of Mandy. There's the front again. I really like this too. It's got pinks and purples in it. I don't have too many steelbooks with these colors in it, so that'll kind of stand out really good on the shelf. And finally, while I was in Best Buy looking for that Riders of Justice, they had 1 copy of, well, Glare and Shadows, Unbreakable 4K. I really wasn't looking to upgrade this, but they had 1 copy. I went ahead and grabbed it, and I've heard the transfer looks fantastic. I do have the original Zabby Unbreakable Steelbook, so this will just go right along with it, sit on the shelf. But again, that's Unbreakable. So now we're going to go ahead and get this Hamilton book package opened up and see what we got in there. All right, we got it cracked open. I love this packaging from Hamilton Book. I love how you can just zip right around it, open it right up in the middle. So I have one thing on this side. It's a Arrow box set. And I've got two things on this side. So we'll start over here. First thing, Hamilton Book every once in a while gets these Dragon Dynasty titles in. And if you watched my Blu-ray and DVD collection video, you know I'm collecting these. And this is one that I did not have in its individual release. Of course, spine number 29. And that's Invisible Target. So this thing's brand new, factory sealed. I wish it had a slip, but they don't usually come with them. So that'll be one to check off my checklist of needs for Dragon Dynasty. And then a movie, I believe it's a Shout Factory or Scream Factory release. And this is a movie I've been wanting to see forever. It's a Crispin Glover movie. And that is Willard. Now I know this is, if I remember correctly, a remake of Ben. Or maybe Ben is a remake of this. I don't remember. But of course, it's about a man that can basically control rats. And I remember this coming out, I believe, when I was in high school. So late 90s, maybe. Of course, I'm very bad. Somebody's probably going to spot it on here quicker than I am. Oh, 2003. Okay, so it came out a little bit later than I thought it did. But it's got Crispin Glover in it. He's always been one of those kind of weird actors that always makes interesting stuff. But I can't wait to watch this. And that's Willard. And moving on to the last thing. Let's see if I can get this out of here. Because it's stuck in there good. Oh, yes. The Damajan trilogy. I know I'm going to butcher that because I was trying to be fancy saying it. But this came out earlier this year, maybe 3 or 4 months ago. And Hamilton Book actually had it on sale for a little bit less than what I could find it anywhere else. And I think this is almost out of print, if it's not already out of print. So what this is about is basically, this is the Damajan. He's a giant stone statue that comes to life. And there's 3 movies in this set. And apparently they filmed all 3 movies at the same time and then released them about 9 to 10 months apart. But this has, let's see. Yes, this one, the Damajan, Return of the Damajan, and Wrath of the Damajan. I am butchering that name. So basically, the stone statue comes to life. In the first one, I believe, he fights against a warlord. The second one, he defends a little island against some people. And then the third one, there's a ruler coming in, trying to reap the land of resources and that, and he comes to defend the people. So that is the Damajan. Again, butchering that name. But I really love these Arrow box sets. I really need to finish up my box sets in a video, which I'll probably be doing next weekend. Today is Saturday, so this video will come out the following Wednesday, which is October 6th, I believe. Well, during this next upcoming week, I'm going to be actually in a different city and state for the whole week for work, and while I'm there, I'm hopefully going to get to shoot some video of some thrift spots I've never been to, some pickups and all that. So then maybe when I get back, I'll go ahead and finish out my collection with my box sets. So, once again, that's my pickups. Alright, well that concludes this video. As you've seen, those were my pickups for the last couple of weeks and my box from Hamilton Book. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, please like and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. And again, next week I am going to be out of town all week. Hopefully I get some footage. I know where I'm going. There's going to be some peddler malls, a couple half-price books, and FYE. So hopefully I can hit those up and get some footage, get some good pickups, and we'll find out. But until I see you again, have a good night.